Alright, welcome back to another stream. We are not playing the Hunter, but we are playing the Hunter's campaign for the score run. Instead, we are using Jolly Co-op to play the Dronemaster. They don't really display properly here, but it does work. So yeah, we're just gonna do a score run as a very overpowered character, unless there's been some balance changes made to this character that I'm not aware of, but the main mechanics are probably still going to be there. Oh wow. That cutscene kind of doesn't work because I end up jumping way higher. So I don't know if I'm going to go to Moon. I can go to Moon. It's not like the other campaign. Also, I can have a spear on my back. Was the Dronemaster always able to do that? So something interesting here. I can actually get food from these guys. But like only a quarter. If I eat them, another quarter. So I should not really bother with that at all. Just way too slow. So there's a few big differences between this and a regular score run, other than being a much more powerful character. Also, I'll get much more food from this. I didn't mean to pick up the drone. Mainly a bunch of passages that are much harder to get. So Saint, I think it's just off the table completely. It's really hard to prevent the drones from attacking anything. So doing that for multiple cycles in a row, I just think it's impossible. Come on, up here. Turning away now. So I can't get the Saint. I can't get the Mother. Can I? Maybe I can. I don't know if blood cups will show up. Also, this is a different save file, so probably not. Because I've only completed the food quest on my main save file, which is not this. Not this one. That does not really give that much food at all. I think I'd like to head down to outskirts. A nice throw. Just you know, staying in these first few regions to focus on getting survivor, getting a few points. So I don't want to stay in that shelter. Another passage that will be... There's a few of them that I thought of beforehand, but I'm not remembering it now. I'll eat this lizard. No. There we go. I can get Chieftain. I believe if you do have good reputation, your drones will properly target, or not target, the scavengers. Now it's just the, I would like them to, never mind, Storm Grass Conklin. Hopefully the drones don't just attack scavengers immediately. So I would like to get Chieftain. Oh, really? Doesn't matter. They're gonna get attacked by the drones anyway. Okay, these drones better not. Oh, did I just attack that one because he threw a spear at me? I don't like losing like all of my reputation immediately. Let's try that again. Yeah, I have a feeling that just because that one scavenger threw at me immediately, then the drone attacked it. So it's probably something like the drones just attack anything that aggro's against me. So if a scavenger wants to throw a spear at me, then the drones try to attack it. If I have a good reputation, then the drones don't. So that was actually scavengers. That wasn't a part of the toll. They were just doing their own thing. And because of that, they wanted to attack me. Actually, right? I can get food from this. Did I only give 1 pip? Or is that how much food I gave last time? Because I already got a quarter. Is it dead? Whoops. I'm full. Cause, yeah, it did shock me again. I have to go back and grab the pearl, though. You know, I always think if I'm able to kill Mirror Birds, I should go for them in score runs. But it never ends up working out. And this character probably gives me the best chance of actually doing that successfully. But Mirror Birds are actually pretty good at killing my drones. It sounds like a good idea to go down there and farm a bunch of them, but it wouldn't last for that long. Guy's not in the way. I'd rather not. Oh, I'm over here now. Somehow I didn't die from that or get stuck in a wall, and the pearl is still here. Sometimes things can kind of bug out a little bit when you carry them creature through a pipe like that. Apparently she's going to be doing the same thing as last attempt. I did pick up the green neuron. Still in my stomach right now. I don't know if that's because I'm going to go to Shoreline. I kind of don't want to deal with Wander. It's kind of annoying to just have to limit your run by like which locations you're going to. I think you need the shelter. I think I can get out of this pretty easily. Yep. I'd like to get this green lizard too. If I can get the drones over here, this will be a lot easier. Oh, nice throw. Those guys will just take care of this. It's still quite loud. The drone's attacked. Not really a fan of it, since eventually you'll have so many drones that they'll be like shooting all the time. It gets quite noisy. So actually, hold up. Can I? I want to tell my drones to not go that way. To not follow me. The drones will stay over there. I can meet the scavengers peacefully. I guess this is what you would do if you wanted to get the Saint. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get Chieftain. Even though I had a pearl and I immediately gave it to them. Whoa. They still attacked me on sight. And I remember actually... Oh, good. In the Dronemaster's own campaign, when you go to Pebbles, he mentions that, like, oh, you seem to want to inflict violence upon the scavenger population. Kind of the same thing that he said to Artificer. And I imagine that he would only say that if you were always aggressive towards scavengers. So maybe it's the same kind of deal where you just always have negative rep. So I guess we're gonna do that and not get Chieftain. I don't know, it's probably not worth. Also, I no longer have a pearl. Doesn't really matter. Nah, it didn't work out. Like, you probably don't gain more points from killing scavengers than you get from having the Chieftain passage. But I suppose we're just not going to be able to do that. I have taken 2 hits already, which is the fact that I can still survive another hit. It's still crazy. I actually didn't mean to throw that explosive spear at all. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I tried to throw a spear. I thought I had one on my back, but I guess that didn't work out. So we're doing this again. I guess I don't need to carry the pearl with me. But I'll try to go the same path anyway. It's always annoying to fight centipedes in pipes in tunnels because you just don't have any way to get around them. So I think I just grabbed onto the other centipede when I tried to pick up my spear. Maybe that means I should actually not eat everything immediately. Because the only reason I died there is because I was already full on food. This guy would like to follow me. Maybe this is a waste of time. So I have like half a food pip left, which means if a centipede shocks me, it'll just fill that up instead of killing me instantly. It's kind of a funny strategy. Hopefully we just don't deal with a centipede again. Okay. Like my drone's over here. That should be dead. I don't know how much damage I do with spears. It's probably the same as Hunter. It'd be weird to have such a powerful character and then give them weaker spears than Hunter. Saying that pretty much everything else is better. They move faster, they have more health, they have drones. It'd be weird if it was like, oh, just to balance out the drones, let's just make their spears a little bit weaker than normal. If you're gonna make a strong character, you might as well just go all in. Oh, that's interesting. They're actually crawling through the pipe backwards, so I couldn't actually hit them. It's so hard to throw spears. So I keep trying to get this drone to help out there. I keep trying to throw spears in those kind of tunnels, and I end up just grabbing stuff instead. Let this guy again. The drones take care of this, or unless I can. There we go. I think there's gonna be a problem of not finding enough creatures. Just maybe. I might be a little too good at killing everything. That was an interesting jump I did there. It seemed to be like almost better than a roll would have been. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Throwing a spear and then the one on my back. I picked those both. Well, there's another spear up there anyway. So we're just gonna be fighting these guys by default. I'll pick up a grenade. Another one. Guys, making a mistake. Hopefully that moves some away from the toll. I'm not gonna be able to get through here, am I? Let's just move them out of the way. I want to hit my drones though. It's not going to. Okay, there we go. I actually picked up a scavenger body. This should open up the path. I could fight noodle flies too. Usually I don't, because it's way too hard to fight them when they're being aggressive. They move around too quickly. So these guys are definitely going to get stuck in the... let's just throw this. That seemed to work out. That did not work out. Plan was to throw both of them back over to the scavengers, but I just threw one into the other and they both got me. But luckily I'm safe down here. I did drop my spear. Ooh. Off screen. Oh, I love missing point blank spears. These guys don't seem to be automatically aggressive. Ooh. They can really like hit you quickly. Those scavengers at the toll didn't seem to want to attack me immediately. So maybe they are not aggressive. Although that's not what happened last time I tried to give them a pearl, so you'd think that would be even better. And once again, ooh, it's actually close to the end of the cycle. Was this one just shorter? I guess I'll stay in this shelter then. I got here like halfway through the last cycle. Guess I can get the centipede to end it off. And for that last food pip. Luckily I was able to get through that. Sometimes you can get stuck on those kind of weird vertical tunnels. That was a decent cycle. I pretty much got every creature that I came across, and that should be the case for this whole run. That's usually what you try to do in Hunter runs. Just like get the random creatures you run into. Oh, the scavengers there. And if I got that many scavengers every cycle, maybe it would be worth it over chieftain. I would like to continue going up. But there were some situations as hunter where there's just too many creatures in an area and I don't feel safe going in to attack them. So that's where this character would be better, because I can just sit back and let the drones do all the work. I can also play a lot riskier by going all the way up to the end of every cycle. Because if I have all my health left, all my extra lives, then I can do whatever I want, essentially. I would only ever actually have to play safe once I already lose. Oh wow, I actually managed to block that. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell. I actually thought that there was a king vulture for a second because of the drones lasers. But I will spawn a vulture, because vulture farming should be very easy. Even with just 2 drones, I will continue to get more drones as my karma increases and as I visit echoes. Maybe this is the king. Hello? They got hit by 2 drones at the same time. And they still like flew away completely unscathed. Not stunned at all. Oh, I probably should have grabbed more spears before I... Really? Truly the hardest part about vulture farming is actually getting the vultures to keep attacking you. These drones don't seem to be helping either, because they immediately hit the limit on when a vulture will start running away. And that's all the vultures in this area. Wow, that really was not great. Oh yay, batfly. That vulture showed up, immediately got hit just twice by the drones and just dipped. That must have been right before, like right in its flying cycle, where it checks if it wants to run away or not. So I immediately decided, yeah, I do want to run away. And it just happened to like be in the position to do so. As it does take them a little bit. Maybe I'll just grab the echo this cycle. Just because to give me more chances to get vultures. Something that actually I don't know about. If you get kills, starve, and then see an echo, I'll send you back to before the cycle where you starved, right? So if I got kills on that cycle, yeah, that doesn't work. Would those kills would they still be counted for your score? Hello. I do need more food. I don't really have a way to check. I know there's a mod that lets you see your score and overrun. I could just go and grab the echo right now. I'm not able to starve anymore though. What's up with that guy? I might as well. If you're not very familiar with Dronemaster, you can see what just happened there. It's kind of interesting. I actually did get grabbed by a lizard, which didn't kill me, But then I exploded afterwards and lost a life. Because in situations like that, oh, I don't have enough karma actually. So I'll just keep going for score. Do this egg bug over here. So because I was trapped, even though I wouldn't have died there. Well, plants did struggle a little bit with actually grabbing the drones. That was interesting. There's a spear down here. Nope, that's just the foreground. I don't think there's anything over here. That Skukata got in the way. What I wanted to do, just to throw a. I guess my drones will attack them. I wanted to throw the pain cone away. I don't know if there's gonna be anything over here. I failed in my last attempt to actually kill a deer with the drones. I don't think it's gonna be possible. I don't think there's going to be any other creatures for me to get in this region. Maybe I should kind of backtrack in some areas if I don't have enough. I don't think I've gotten enough kills. I can just go back to the start of the area instead. Basically spent each cycle just combing through the whole region. This will be fun for the drones. There we go. Despite the higher jump does not actually impact my regular wall jumps. Here's the plan. All right, let's go into outskirts. There is a toll here, some scavengers. So that might be a bit tricky. I still have 2 lives left. So I'm not entirely sure if that means I can take 2 more hits before dying, or if I can take 1 more hit. And when the last one goes out, I die. Or if these represent like extra hits that I can take before dying. Those scavengers are brutal. I mean, I'm not any better. Oh, that was nice. Okay, I just want to have I want to look into the screen a little better. Really managed to block that spear throw. There we go. So scavengers are probably one of the more dangerous creatures. Obviously, that's kind of always the case. But they actually have an opportunity to, like, take multiple lives from me very quickly. They throw a spear, that's an insta-kill. But I'm also stunned for a short time. And it's during that stun where I could be hit with another spear and another. And I think that also explosive spears might take 2 lives because they hit me once with the spear and then again with the explosion. I don't need any food. What is that? Centipede. Ooh, I don't like that. This vulture's definitely dead. I don't think I'm gonna use a vulture mask this run. I think that I'd rather the lizards not run away from me. That would actually make it easier to kill them. Because usually that's a big deal, right? You want the... I think there might have been a king vulture somewhere. There's definitely a vulture here. I'm actually a little bit worried about this. Since I have only 1 life remaining. I probably shouldn't have gone in this pipe. It'll take too long to get back. And the drones are gone now. He might just run away. If he goes down there, it's going to be hard to keep dealing damage. Although if I get the drones to do most of it. Attack this guy. I mean, they're already going to attack it automatically. I think even if it dies to the worm grass, I'll still get credit. It's definitely dead now. Grab some extra spears if I can, and I pretty much need to get to the shelter immediately. I don't think drones can see drop wigs. So yeah, music stopped. I need to get to shelter. That's good. Just making it to outskirts let me get so many more creature kills that otherwise would have not been possible because I already got everything left in farm raid. So maybe moving between regions will actually help out a lot for refreshing all the spawns in a region. That's a drop pick I wanted to get. I think they just ran away. Yeah, there's probably not going to be any creatures left in this cycle unless you can catch one like a lizard. These next few rooms. That's, well, that was the lizard that I could have gotten, but it was already in the den. But this guy. And I'm not going to risk that. If I'm on the other side of that, then I won't be able to get back while it's raining. So maybe I could have gone 1 extra green lizard. Not that big of a deal. But that's a good cycle. That's the kind of cycle that actual score runners get. Who aren't carried by overpowered modded characters. But I'm not going to worry about kills this cycle. Let's just focus on getting back to farm raise. Because I need to maintain this karma level. To actually get back there to grab the... Also, I don't know if starve cycles are going to matter at all. Because I think they're mostly useful for getting Monk, Saint, and Wanderer. And I'm not really going for any of those. I could get Monk actually pretty easily. I think Centipede Shocks don't count as either for Hunter or Monk. I wouldn't imagine that they do. So I could just get shocked by Centipede a whole lot and then eat like 1 blue fruit. And it'll give me Monk progress. I'm pretty sure that's how it should work. Actually, hold up. Let me grab one of these drones. I just go this other way. I think it should actually be easier. I am going to have to get through the scavenger toll again. But that hasn't really been too much of a problem, except for the first few runs. I don't actually know if that explosion actually does damage. Ooh. Also, I thought that these would be a lot more possible. Once again, yeah, I don't actually have a higher wall jump. I mean, of course, while I'm holding a drone, I do. But I thought that I'd be able to make it up that end. Let's just not deal with this guy. Okay, so we're just going the normal way. Doesn't really matter what happens at the cycle because it's all going to get reset by the echo at the end. Drones actually won't attack this automatically. They don't attack centipedes until you're at full food, so you can you can get shocked and get food from that. You think that even just attacking a centipede would kind of mark them as the target for your drones? But I guess that's not how it works. That's probably the same vulture that tried to get me last time. Oh no, orange scissors. Actually, yeah, I do know about this. I don't know if this lineage was here always. Also, it's really sliding around. Oh, that's actually really interesting. I think that when they do that lunge attack, maybe they have lowered friction so that they slide easier to attack you. But then if you kill them during that slide, the low friction is never disabled, so they just kind of slip around like that. I never thought that might be the case. But it kind of makes sense now. They sometimes just start slipping around. I don't even know where the scavengers might be. Oh, they aren't. They're all gone. Took a little vacation. I think that they would show up again, but maybe not. Maybe it takes a few cycles for them to repopulate. I don't think that this might give me an extra drone. I have 3 right now. The maximum is 5. But I only just got another drone at 5 karma. So maybe I'll get another at 8 karma and then 10 karma maybe. Or like 7 and 10. Or 7 and 9. I don't know what the pattern is. Alright, don't go this way. I always had a habit of going this way before I was familiar with the fact that you can just go down here. It's a lot faster and you don't have to deal with those upper rooms. Got a little sneak peek at that echo up there. So we'll see here if I get 4 drones. I don't think I should. You know, I saw a meme someone made. Meme, just artwork, I don't know. It's basically how it should be super easy to mispull plants because in the Z-axis they're actually very thin. So it's kind of hard to hit them with a spear. I thought it was funny. And it does happen sometimes, I guess. You just miss point blank range, even though you should hit them. Also, I once again forgot to keep checking my passage progress, because I always just skip that animation immediately. So I don't know how close I'm to Survivor. It's only been a few cycles, so I don't think I should have much progress. Oh, here we go. Some lizards down here. Alright, the drones. Oh, there. I do have 4 drones. Okay. Situations like that would actually be quite risky as Hunter. The best way to deal with it is probably just to lure them up out and do the regular rock spear combo. And if you jump in to try to hit them, if you jump in, you're in a kind of rough environment and it's hard to hit them with spears. You might throw the spears into walls. Red lizards are significantly easier to kill. Don't have any extra spears. Oh, I jump all the way down here. I'm just great. I'm not getting carried at all. I don't know. It's all skill. See, I could never do this in an actual score run. Getting a red lizard kill and then a king vulture kill in the same room, just like this. There might even be something else, although usually like corpses still count towards the threat music for some reason. At quite a high level because of the king vulture and red lizard. Oh, there's another. This one's actually quite dangerous because my drones might get. Maybe if it comes back into here. Because there's usually a few red lizards in this area. Yeah, I went back up here. Yeah. That noodle fly can't seem to figure out how to get out of that pipe. Anyway, red lizard time. Might be. It's probably in this next room. Yeah, good attempt. Not even in here. Even further. That sound when all the explosions are overlapping. Wow, I'm so good at fighting red lizards. I still died. All skill. I'm pretty sure that in actual score runs, it's not even worth going for red lizards. They're just too risky. There's not really quite a consistent way to deal with them. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Doing a score run with this very powerful modded slug cat. Maybe a bit loud. I might have to lower the volume of the game for all these explosions, so let me know if it's a problem. First time watching a score run. Well, this might not give a... This might give a skewed look at what score runs are actually like. Maybe this character just makes up for my lack of skill in combat. I'd like to grab this lizard before it runs away. I don't know what you mean by that. Less cycles is better. Because you want as many cycles as possible. More cycles means the more time you have to get points. Killing creatures. Usually you don't have an army of drones to kill the creatures for you. That's the big difference here. But your score at the end of the run is based on a few random things like how long the run takes, whether you went to Pebbles or Moon or like delivered the green neuron to Moon. If you send at the end, it gives you 2 points. But the main factor is how many creatures you killed. Each creature has some score some amount of points that it gives. So green lizards give more points than blue lizards. Vultures give more points than green lizards. Red lizards give more points than most creatures. And then, at the end of the run, your score that you've accumulated from killing creatures and doing those objectives, it's multiplied by the number of passages that you have. Things like, you know, Hunter, Survivor, all those, Wanderer, Chieftain, those passages end up, do they really have to overlap like this? There we go. So it's a mix of going for those achievements and going for killing creatures for points. That's what you do in a score run. And usually it's a lot harder than this because the Hunter is a much more balanced character. But I just want to see, like, how can you get, like, just a ridiculous amount of points if you can just, like, easily kill every single creature in the region. Although, I actually don't know if this would give you, like, the best possible score run. Because there's a decent amount of passages that you can't get. Like, Saint, for example, would be extremely difficult. Because the drones are always just going to attack stuff on sight. Except for the centipede for some reason. Hello, guys. I'm not full on food. Where'd that guy go? There's so many tropics in this region. There's another one up there at the top of the screen. Let's not continue up there. Close to the end of the cycle. Yeah, the drones automatically target any creature that can potentially be a threat to you. So Squid can sometimes like bump into you, right? That's their attack. Even though it doesn't do any damage, it still counts as them being aggressive, so the drones just automatically target them. Centipedes are a little bit more complex because you can actually, if a centipede shocks you, it actually gives you food because I guess you're like robotic. So it charges you up, sort of. But if you're at full food, then instead of giving you food, it just kills you. So if you're at full food pips, then the drones will attack centipedes. Apparently, I guess not that one time for some reason. Also, already got Dragon Slayer. And we're still quite far away from Survivor. I only had to visit, like, just the one Echo so far. And I already have 4 drones following me around. The maximum is 5 at max karma. Might even be less than max karma. That does feel a little bit overpowered. You know, to get this many drones this quickly. I like these drones to actually help me out. For some reason, there's this... kind of feels like a glitch. A bug. Where the drones will kind of target you for a split second. And they don't actually shoot, they just... that's the laser kind of centers on me for some reason. I probably should be in those lizards, because I do need food. Maybe I'll get it from centipedes. Alright, I need to go into this pipe. I know how to get through this room. Hopefully everything has respawned in this area. There's usually a lot of green lizards, which are decent for points. Oh. Oh, that was explosive spear. Probably should have saved that for something else, but it doesn't really matter. The drones can pretty much take out any creature that an explosive spear could. So I don't really need to save them. Here's an idea. What if you could choose to summon the drones whenever you wanted? With the same cap. Maybe the cap would still be determined by the amount of echoes you have. Or your karma level. Max karma, but every drone that you summoned would increase the amount of food that you needed in that cycle. Unless we got those music playing. So if you're in an area that didn't have much food, and because this character has like such bad efficiency with getting food pits from stuff, you know, it would actually be a little bit risky to summon more drones, unless you knew that you were able to get the food eventually. The red lizard with the support stunning me so that the blue could get me. This guy still isn't dead. And that actually counted as taming the green lizard. And that was the other passage that I forgot to mention earlier, but you can't get the friend easily. I don't know if you tame, or at least make taming progress towards a lizard. I stand up. I don't know if that will prevent the drones from attacking. I guess I wish you would be able to mark a creature as like, don't attack this one. That way you could tame it, or you know, actually have good reputation with scavengers. But that's a green lizard I would like. The drones will take care of that easily. That guy's just gonna run away immediately. Yeah, it's actually a lot harder to kill vultures. It only takes those few hits from the drones for them to run away. Before that, they actually get in range for me to hit them with spears. Grab the spear up here. Drones are quite OP, yeah. I don't really know how to feel about it for the sake of the mod. But I suppose like if you want to make overpowered characters, just go ahead, whatever. But as an actual character, they're not balanced at all. It makes the game completely free. Even if you just had the drones and not any of the other abilities, like being able to get food from centipedes, surviving multiple lethal hits. I think they just fell down into the water. Any of those abilities on their own would be very powerful, especially being able to survive multiple hits. So that's actually well, okay, so I kind of wanted to go to Metropolis, right? Because in the Dronemaster's campaign, you actually do have access to that region. But this isn't our Artificer's campaign. This is Hunter's. So I don't think I'll be able to get into there. And it would be great. It would have been great because you could just stay. You know, it doesn't rain. It doesn't rain in Metropolis. It just becomes nighttime. And during nighttime, a lot of actually very high point creatures show up, like at least scavengers and king vultures, as I've heard. I don't know if it's actually true, because it's risky. It's risky to do that. No, I don't want. No, why did I? Should have thrown the drop hook away. So you could just stay up the whole night, well, as long as you wanted to. Just farm those like strong creatures, especially with this character. But you know, as like Artificer, it's pretty risky because you can just like die to one hit to any of the scavengers that have really good aim. But not as this character. You survive those hits, so you could actually afford to take advantage of the extra long cycles. I might still be able to access Metropolis. I don't know if it's even a part of this the Hunter's campaign. I can't actually make it up here. Did see drop hook over there. Oh yeah, an unlock. Let's just risk cicadas. So whether I get to go to Metropolis depends on if it's dependent on the campaign or dependent on the character. I think actually now is a good time to head back. Maybe I go to Industrial. I think Industrial might be a bigger region. At least one that's easier to navigate. So I don't think this will actually be a great score run compared to the score run some people are capable of. I'll probably be really good for me. My best score run is 20k. I think I could beat that pretty confidently. But some people can go up to like 50k. And that's with like all the passages and like getting a ton of kills every cycle. Maybe I can get the same amount of kills, but not the same amount of passages, just because of how many are restricted for me. Although actually, I think I will get the Martyr passage, the one you get for starving multiple cycles in a row, because honestly, starving isn't that much of a problem. The drones will still carry me, even if I'm starving. It's usually very risky, right? Because while you're starving, there's a chance that you just randomly pass out. You do too much. You move around too much. But it doesn't matter. With the drones following me around, they can always protect me when I'm passed out. Or even if I don't have any drones around me for whatever reason, I'm still not going to die instantly. I guess I'll head down and grab this. I like how little creatures are scared of the drones. They just think I'm a slug cat. So they get hit by 20 lasers at once. With a blizzard. We haven't seen one of those yet. I don't know why that drop hook came down. Where'd that drop hook go? Oh. Close to the end of the cycle. I guess I'll head up here. Debating if I should risk staying a bit longer for like an extra kill or two, but there's a shelter right up here. These rooms are safe from the rain for a little bit. I guess that's why the drop bug ran away. I was like, oh, I wonder what that drop bug is doing. I didn't go near it at all, but... he was just running from the rain. This is just what every single cycle is going to look like. I imagine that that's just what it looks like for actual score runners, too. I've seen some cycles kind of like that. So maybe if I keep up that like rate of kills for the whole run. Oh, I totally got saved there. For the extra lives, but that's an annoying situation where you throw a rock at a lizard and it just doesn't get flipped over at all. I don't know why that happens still. I would like to try to fight a vulture. This guy, get out of the way. I'm going to hang out up here and then drag a vulture down into that room. If the drone's up here, then there's too much of a risk of them just hitting the vulture immediately and it running away. Although that also depends on if a vulture shows up in the first place. Usually this is a room where they're pretty common. This might be a waste of time though. Okay, vulture doesn't show up. I'll just keep going. The drones will continue to follow me if I go into another room. That's good to know. Hi, hello. Welcome to the stream. Actually, I did want to go to this bottom part of the room. I would have had went to less cycle if I had enough time. There's a lizard right here. I think that's its den, actually. It was so close to escaping. Just that blooper actually got in the way. So there's usually a lot of scavengers over here. Also, I've kind of considered going to garbage wastes. So there's actually a lot of like pretty decent creatures there. And I don't really have any risk of dying there, which is usually my reason for not going to garbage wastes. It's too risky. Probably be better for points than shaded. And I could get over to moon for delivering the neuron. Although I'm probably getting more points each cycle than I would get from the neuron anyway. Although I would still be getting points. Oh. Nice throw. They did get that drop leg. You guys want to attack that? I do get points from drone kills. You'll actually see if I make it to the end of the cycle, which I should. You get a lot of kills from this character. It's very easy, actually. That might kind of block my path. Get that out of the way. This centipede over here isn't actually scary at all, especially when a blue lizard solos it. I think I actually grabbed onto the centipede, or it grabbed onto me at some point. Try to finish this one off. Was it dead? This is actually not a great situation. That is actually a king vulture. It's been so long since I've actually seen one. I don't want it to run away though. I think the drone's actually got it though. Yeah, we're good. Also, I did have another spear on my back. I just didn't notice. This is actually a very easy place to get a vulture mask, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'd rather the lizards approach me. So it's easier to get the kill than to than for them to all run away. Usually, if you're just using spears, like most characters do, it's easier when lizards are running away to hit them. But in my case, it doesn't matter with the drones. You guys just not. Oh, I might already be dead. It seems like that explosion actually does a lot of damage because that centipede pretty much died instantly. I'd only have 1 life remaining. Another thing that's very powerful about this character, just being able to survive situations like that. Because part of optimizing a score run is actually making cycles a lot longer. The longer you spend in a cycle, the more points you can get in it. But it's obviously even riskier. Oh, I already have 2 spears. You know, if you die at the end of a cycle, you just lost even more time. I like you guys to prioritize the red lizard, dude. That's better. Also, this isn't Artificer's Timeline. This is just regular Hunter. I even have the green neuron. Do I actually? Yeah, here it is. Green neuron. This is Hunter's Timeline. Normally, the mod does take place in Artificer's Timeline. But you can just choose which one do you want to play. So I'm doing this for the score run. Let's get out of there before that becomes a problem. Ooh, it's actually close to the end of the cycle. I think I will head over to garbage waste now. Maybe I'll get a few extra points on the way there, and then I'll stay in that shelter. Although I do only have 1 life remaining, just like a normal slug cat. That actually was a slightly less aggressive lizard. It didn't seem to be interested in attacking me at all, so that's why the drones also didn't seem to be interested in attacking it. I think I'm down here so I can pick up the spears again. Yeah, normally the mod does take place a bit after Artificer, but I'm playing on the Hunter's campaign to do a score run. Because you can just pick whatever character you want with Jelly Co-op, do a score run with. I just missed that lizard. But that's actually convenient. Get some weapons. Last minute here. Okay, and I immediately lose it. So I will take this path. Get the shoreline. I think I would rather be in waterfront facility than shoreline. But we'll just try to get through it as quickly as possible. You see, that's just how many kills you get. Actually, that was a little bit lower than normal that I've gotten in other cycles. But also still comparable to the amount of kills that people can get who are just good at playing Hunter. Unlike me. I've always mostly focused on movement rather than combat. So this might have just ended up being the same as a score run for players who are actually good at the game. Around like 50 or 60k points. That's what I see people getting. We'll see if the amount of kills I get can counteract the lack of a few passages. A few passages like Chieftain, Saint, the Friend, I'm just not going to be able to get because of these drones. Saint is probably technically possible, but practically not. Because you'd have to make sure that your drones never attack anything for multiple cycles in a row. There's a guy up here. Man. Kind of look like they're also scared of the drones. Even though most creatures seem to just ignore them. I ended up picking up a different spear instead of just the one that... the garbage worm took. Thank you. Do I hear vulture music? I might. I think it's just something over there. That's surprising how well they can pick up spears when you're moving so quickly. Oh, there's actually a vulture up to there. Moving really strangely. Let's not stay in the leech pond for too long. Oh, nice throw. Don't run away, please. Okay, well there's a... They also attack those scavengers. See, I didn't even do anything, and I got a vulture kill and two scavengers just like that. Also, I dropped the other grenade. So it's always annoying that those bugs make you drop your items. It's actually an opportunity. I don't like those other scavengers though. And drones, do you want to attack them? Gonna have to rely on the drones for this one. I don't have any spears on me. Although they do attack. Scavengers do attack. Do fight back. I would have liked to get that King Vulture though. I really like holding on to an explosive spear. And of just like not wanting to use it. And it's kind of a hassle to switch items. I do want to fight these scavengers down here. Or DLLs. Further along the leg specifically. So we'll actually go down here first. No. I'll grab the scavengers first. So I'm not going to be heading back there. Actually, I will to get the shoreline. Dropper. This should be easier with a grenade. That was the weakest spear throw I've ever seen. Yeah, guys, just attack him. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Just like that. There goes that toll. For no reason. Oh. Was that scavenger making the signal that I couldn't cross the toll? Yeah, just some casual mass murder. Typical rain world activities. I didn't even get hit once. So I could have done that even if I didn't have extra lives. Those kind of centipedes have a lot of health, so I don't even know if that killed it. No. Guys, can you attack it? There we go. I do need to eat this. I could have just gotten shocked for food, but this should be good too. Not even. It's fine. Get the other spear. Get snailed. So I can actually go down here to grab kill these things. Because I believe whoops. There's two of them in here. I'd like you guys to actually attack. Thank you. I believe the lasers count as explosives, so they do kill them like that. Is that a... Yeah, there's actually a DLL. Just looks like a brother long legs. Could actually kill one of the drones. Is it dead? Yeah, it is. This is gonna be great for points. You could never imagine actually doing this in a score run. Although rip another one of my drones. They're not the smartest. Actually, I think I tried to recall them. That didn't seem to work. Those guys are just stuck now. And now I don't know if this one drone is enough. There should be a few other. As long as this drone keeps its distance. Should be enough. I said if it keeps its distance. Yeah, just a few hits. They must have just really strong resistance against spears. Because even these weak, like the drones only do like 1 damage, similar to a spear. Set back now. The drones do about spear damage, but they take many less hits to actually kill the DLOs. They probably just have like spear resistance, so it takes a lot of hits. Or I suppose explosive weakness also would work. Fish never come down here other than if you're coming in from drainage. So it's kind of nice to see this area every once in a while. Oh, I don't know how drones will fare against this. Also, I seem to have gotten all my drones back. I guess just loading in between rooms seemed to save them. Now it's pretty much just stuck in the water. The rest of this should be pretty easy. Gets dead now. Getting shocked by a red centipede probably just instantly fills up all your food. I think I only actually stuck 1 spear in it, so I think I got that back. So let's get back to the shelter. I think I would like to spend an extra cycle in garbage waste. You guys want to get that real quick? See if I can even make it back to the shelter in time. It's only a few rooms away. If I didn't accidentally hit another drone there. Train is kind of weird. The shelter's right here. Not a problem. Alright, we'll get this guy. Maybe that red centipede will respawn next cycle. I can get it again. And all the DLOs. I'll check on passages, and you can just see how many points you can get with the Dronemaster. Or how many creature kills. Would have been a bit better if those vultures didn't run away. Or I guess fly away. Just a little murder. Like not too much. Definitely a balanced character. Not overtuned at all, nope. I'm sure the mod developer really wanted to, make a character that would really fit in with the game. That would really feel like a part of Downpour. I mean, if you gave Artificer extra lives, they'd probably be a similar level of strength. There's some stuff going on up here. Oh, you came over there. That was a great spear throw. This room is usually a lot more chaotic. Oh. Oh, now that vulture's just gonna run away, isn't it? Like they always do. Yep, no vulture. Dr. One Master. That's funny. I think you did mean to type Dronemaster, but Doctor One Master. I wonder what came down in this room. Probably just a scavenger. I don't see any grenades. Oh, it's dropping. I was so confused by your message for a second. Like, what? Doctor, what does that mean? Doing a few casual flips here and there. Oh, there's a scavenger down there. The lizard managed to block the exit. It's also very slippery right now. Yeah, scavenger. I mean, even this character is susceptible to spears because they stun you for a decent amount of time. So they can kind of stun lock you and take multiple lives very quickly. You can see there that wasn't that hard at all. Artie could do that too with a good, well-placed grenade. I don't know if I can take this route. If I even have the movement. Because Artificer definitely has better movement. Like in terms of movement abilities, this one's on the lower end. Which it's still better. It's still better than Hunter movement. Definitely. Having these high jumps especially helps. As well as being able to use the drones. Where do I want to go now? You know what? Go ahead. Yeah, thanks for the food. I dropped the grenade. Can I make this jump? No. I'd like to get out of here. I guess I head down here. Arbor Choice is actually a pretty good region for points. Specifically for the Dronemaster because it's not the greatest environment for getting points for the other characters. Too uneven. Red Centipede is quite difficult to deal with. And we're back over here. They're actually, I think I saw a vulture for a second. That's just a cherry bomb. Might have been something else I mistook for a vulture. So yeah, head over to Shoreline. I don't know if Shoreline is a mistake. Maybe if I could figure out how to get to Shaded from here, that would be better. Because a lot of just open water makes it hard to get points. I always wonder, why did the dropwicks just drop you? I mean, you know what? I guess if it's their name. Are there going to be scavengers here again? Yes. Oh. Where am I? Damn. You can see actually I lost 2 lives very quickly. That might have been just a random explosion that took another from me after the initial spear hit. But I was stunned for so long there that I pretty much had no way to escape. would like to get the centipede. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I would like to get grabbed by the centipede first. After making everything else overpowered about this character, they thought, you know what if they could get food from getting shocked by centipedes? Because not only does it mean that you don't die from centipedes, but it's extra food. Just wanted to keep piling on more and more. Also, it's unfortunate that I missed that that other spear, or that other centipede. I would like to was the friend mod was updated? Was it like a lot more content added to the mod? I'd be interested in checking out mods again if they make significant updates. Oh, that's actually a good spot for the vulture to be in, so it can't run away as easily. I mean, I said that it shouldn't be able to run away as easily. And it proceeds to run away easier, although the drone's got them. Also, I don't even think there's a way to get up from the other side. And they added a new... You mean like by the same mod developer? There's a new slug cat. There we go. A little bit too close to that. They're part of the same mod, so you're gonna just having access to both slug cats. That's interesting. I'm probably gonna have to I mean, it's been a while since I played a modded slug cat. A unique one, that is, because of course I've already played Dronemaster quite a bit. Probably my most played modded character. Oh, that really didn't work. This one should be dead. So, you know, a bunch more modded characters have come out in the workshop, but I might do like either like a poll or just a community post asking for mod suggestions, which characters I should play. Oh, there's a lizard over there. I just hit the drop bird. Although I don't want to do a stream every single time like a single update comes out for a modded character. And a lot of those mods, you know, a majority of the content has already been added in the form of character. That's what I'm interested in playing. It'll be the same character. I'm a little confused how I entered this room and a drop egg was flying in there. Just all the spears on the floor. I think I saw something over here. You know, actually, let's try to go to Shaded. You know, so I've already experienced most of the new character. The interesting part of what the mod can do next is like unique regions that are designed around the slug cat's abilities. Or I don't know why I went down there. Or like new story, stuff like that. New character, not characters, new creatures. I'd love to see mods that actually add new creatures to the game. As I always complain about the lack of creatures in Downpour. Added to Downpour specifically. So a mod that, even if a mod doesn't add a Slugcat or new regions, if it just added a bunch of new creatures, I'd totally check that out too. Yeah, I can control the drones. It's useful for... It's mostly useful for just getting the drones to attack specific creatures that they don't automatically target, like dropwigs or like full plants. Like Bee Cat, I did play that character. I don't know what you're referring to specifically. So this is one thing. It's a little bit difficult. Just have to leave that grenade behind. I added 3 new creatures as well. Yeah, I mean, it's probably like these mods are eventually, depending on how whatever the mod developer wants to do, you know, the mod might eventually have like a whole new region with new creatures and new story and stuff like that. And I would rather wait until all of that content comes out before trying the mod again. So otherwise, I'm like, well, I'd do like a single stream just to check out like they added 5 new rooms. Here's a stream of that, and then the next stream is here's another like 5 new rooms and a new creature, and you know, I'd rather do that all together in one stream. Yeah, pretty much every mod has future content planned. But you know, if that mod also adds an entirely new Slugcat, then I might just check that out anyway. Even if there's not too much new content for their campaign. So I did make it into Shaded pretty easily, actually. There's like one jump that might be a little bit rough, but pretty much any Slugcat could get there with a maybe throw boosting. That actually wasn't a great cycle for points. It felt a little bit shorter than normal. Pretty much immediately get Outlaw, as expected. Yeah, I'm thinking of, I don't really want to go and check every single mod to see if it's been updated. So I'll probably do some sort of community post asking for like mod suggestions. If there's any that are like particularly interesting. And also like at any moment, a mod could be released that is like amazing, but not many people have tried it, so I'm not aware that it's actually a good mod. I usually just check whichever ones are most popular. Or whichever ones I've heard before. Like I already knew that Sportcat, for example, was in the game because they were added before Downpour even. Shoots laser beams or a big sword. I mean, well, okay, there's the Lancer actually. I should probably check that out too. Because they are a melee Slugcat. They use spears in close range instead of throwing them. I'll probably check that out. Yeah, we were talking a bit about a potential reverse Artificer. Because I had some idea. Oh, there's probably a spider in there. No. I thought that would be cool if there was a character that could craft like different types of spears. and not just explosive spears. Like you could also craft electric spears or like spore puff spears, flashbang spears. This is gonna be a bit rough. I can't even see what I'm doing. Turns out I picked up a... Sorry that it's a bit dark in here. I don't have any light source at the moment. Maybe I would be interested in trying to make mods myself, but I have no experience at all. Probably ask around. There's definitely people interested in helping out people make mods, but so far I've just been throwing the ideas out there, and maybe someone will make it, but I'm not relying on that. It'd be cool if someone made it. I'd really appreciate it, but no expectation that someone has to make like the ideas that I come up with. Oh, here's a lantern. I'm probably going to spend a little bit more time in this region, or I could go visit the Miros birds. Nah, that you know what? I always think about it, how it'd be cool to like hunt Miros birds in a score run, but it never turns out well. And I've also seen that Miros birds are actually pretty good at taking out my drones. Oh yeah, any mods that make modifications to the pre-existing slugcats. Kind of like how I also suggested a rework to some of the Spearmaster's abilities. So and also like the Saint, not Saint mod, the one that lets them throw spears and grenades. I'm also interested in checking out mods like that. I never know if I should be killing lantern mice in shaded, because there's so many, but they're not worth many points. Is it worth my time? It's pretty much like the only creature in this region too, so. But the most common creature. I don't know what else I should be doing here. After 3 attempts, throw it into the wall. Pretty hard to hit these. Lantern mice, because they're just below the level where you throw spears. Let's head back. I did want to go to shoreline. I don't know why I went over there. I think that like any modifications to AI are kind of tricky to pull off, right? Without it, like it has to feel like Rain World, and there's a little bit of jankiness to Rain World that makes it feel more authentic, I guess. I don't know. I think scavengers are just fine as they are, honestly. Is that a large spider? The cool SCP. Just a big normal spider. A big small spider. I should have made that jump. Even with this Flowcat's increased jump height, doesn't seem to be possible. I should, I don't know why I went down there if I wanted to go up, but I'll check this room up here. So I very rarely take this path. Usually there's a few drop wigs, I think. Although the echo might affect this area too much. I'll get the scavenger merchant. Hey, dude. I don't think there's going to be anything else in this area other than, like, mostly because the echo. Gonna prevent creatures from showing up in these few rooms, so I'll shelter and then grab the echo. I can actually just head over to shoreline right now. I should have enough time. And if a Mirror's Vulture shows up, honestly, that's a good thing. So I have 2 explosive spears, which should be enough. Because the Mirror's Vultures can't show up in this room. Even though it's already difficult for some people. Just need to be careful with where you set up your pounces. Maybe that kind of modification would be good for, you know, the anti-artificers like that, because you could then have the Metropolis be, oh shoot, that causes some problems. There's a popcorn plant in this room. I'll eat the popcorn plant, which means I lose hunter progress, but starving here would actually be a problem because I would then see the echo and be sent back a few cycles. Although I have 2 explosive spears right now, and they're not wasted on a popcorn plant. Although I don't see any of the other spears here. Miro Slug. I have seen that. I'm not really interested in playing it. Because not only are they overpowered, but they're very simple. It just seems like you run around and like insta-kill stuff. Maybe not insta-kill, but it seems very easy to end up to like get kills like that. And unlike Dronemaster, there's not like much complexity to it. Like being able to control the drones and having extra lives instead of just being invincible, apparently. I didn't know about that though. Like would the whole stream just be me running around biting stuff? I guess that's not too much different from what I'm doing now. Just replace the biting stuff with drones. Maybe I'll do a stream where I check out mods that aren't big enough to do whole streams of. Although, you know, I've done whole streams for all the mods so far. Even if they didn't add much like Sport Cat. But maybe I'll do that where I just kind of rapid fire through a bunch of slugs to check out their abilities. But maybe that gives me less chances to actually see what these mods do add outside of the obvious stuff. Like when I played the Outsider, I didn't expect them to change the map so much. That was a fun surprise. So I could miss out on some interesting stuff if I were to do that. Hello. Okay, that's actually not great when it's slowed down. So Nomad is a little bit tough. Nomad might be not great. Because Shoreline is a little bit of a dead end. I've already stayed in Garbage Way. Yeah. I don't know if the Nomad counted me as going through Shaded. Did I shelter in Shaded? I think I did actually, right? Right when I entered it after Garbage Waste, so I no longer need that. So I would have to go to Garbage Waste again, or to... like, exterior. Really? Well, okay, the like, part of the Outsiders mechanics is that they can eat more food than normal. Even if they can't eat meat. Also, that's just the same as the Saint. Right? So it's actually easier to get food, because you can eat stuff like cherry bombs and flashbangs, batnip. You can eat all of those. Although I am going to have to get to... I could go to Industrial if I can make it all the way back, all the way through Shaded in a single cycle. From Moon. That might be a bit rough. How long is this cycle? I'd like to grab you. I don't know if the drones will attack the jetfish, because they can't attack you. Eating leviathans. Here's a leviathan. I think that jellyfish would give you... Actually, hold up. I guess I should test this. Unfortunately, that does not give you extra food. Unlike getting shocked by centipedes. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It'd be unfair if you could just shock yourself infinitely with a jellyfish to fill your food every time. But maybe it would be like, Spearmaster can stab jellyfish to get food, right? So maybe it would kill jellyfish so that you could no longer get food for them after getting shocked once. And it would give you more food than if you were just to eat the jellyfish normally. Can I make it up there? Pretty close. Also, threat music playing for some reason. There's probably scavengers in here. Alright, I guess that's not gonna work out. Yeah, scavengers. Get him, drone. You don't usually fight in Moon, huh? Usually a pretty peaceful area. Although I don't really like to look at this next. Is that a dead scavenger? Somehow they managed to get up there. I don't think I have enough time in this cycle to make it to a new region, so I'm gonna lose Nomad again. Does that count? That might have been a bit risky. I don't know if green neurons float. Just checking. I don't think I need to stay for the rest of this. So I guess we will go for Nomad now. I'm debating going through Chimney or Exterior. Get to Pebbles. I don't know which one would be better for points. Probably Chimney, right? Oh, wow. Sick flip. Ow. Probably grab one of my drones to slow him faster. I just move faster in general. And actually, you can't even enter the water while holding one of these guys. They push you up a little bit. Yeah. Oh, hold up. I actually can get this vulture. If he sticks around. I guess not. Maybe they shut up right as the rain started, so they immediately ran away. There's another route. Going through Pipe Yard. I could do that. Although, I'd probably rather go through... Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. How many cycles do I have left? I can't see. I think I just had this problem last time I played Jolly Co-op on the Hunters campaign. I couldn't see how many cycles I had left. It seems like holding a drone just makes you float a lot. I don't have enough food. Well, we're just gonna have to starve. Maybe I can find another child to abandon. Okay, so now that it's raining, I can't even starve. Just, like, it just happens automatically. I think I have a route in mind. So that wasn't a great cycle for points, but giving the neuron to Moon does give a lot. So even though I'm starving, I should be pretty strong, as long as it doesn't affect the drones. That is something that I don't know anything about, so maybe the drones are weaker too. But I just need to be careful. Maybe I'll just hold on to the drone to make movement a lot easier. So my plan here is to go to Subterranean and then Subterranean, then Pipe Yard, then Sky Islands maybe to grab the Echo. And I can go from there over to Pebbles. I do need to get food eventually too. Hello? There we go. There is that one room that might be a bit rough to get through. Oh, lizard. Thinking that lizard might be annoying to kill in the water, but I don't have to do it. It is going to take quite a while to get enough food with this low efficiency. I also don't even know if I'll be able to get through the underwater room if a jetfish shows up, or if the drones will kill the jetfish. There's plenty of jetfish here. It's not doing anything stupid, drones. I feel like they don't attack them automatically. That's good. Even though jetfish can attack you a lot like cicada. I think I'm not playing Saint right now. Get me out. And there's plenty of centipedes in subterranean, so I shouldn't have a problem getting food. Once I'm out of here. Oh great, I thought I'd barely jump anywhere. I actually would have liked to see an aquapede down there. Maybe it would be a bit dangerous. You could get stun locked and drown. I also need a jetfish for this. Another reason I really don't like jetfish. The only way to get through this area. The drones don't seem to like the water. Like, I really just don't have any other options here. I think it is actually possible to swim through this, but I don't know if it's possible while I'm starving. I don't know if starving affects your swimming ability. I think it would. It usually affects kind of all of your physical attributes. Oh wow. The breath meter actually went away. It was that close. Okay. And I am in fact starving. So I'm actually not quite safe yet. But it seems fine though. Although I am kind of stuck. Please just recover. You've almost made it. I would not recommend. Okay. How long is this gonna take? Can I get my drones over here? Maybe that'd make this easier. Don't drown. Upright. Okay, it's actually... should be a little bit easier to float holding a drone. I almost drowned too. At the surface of the water. Are we good? We're good. I would not recommend starving and swimming like that. We're fine now. Oh, and here's all the jetfish. After I actually wanted them. I mean, it's kind of nice for this area. Thank you. Still some time left in the cycle. I mean, I don't know if I would recommend taking this path in a score run. I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, now he leaves. Just to bring the neuron over to Moon. Like, these are multiple cycles that I could have spent like getting a lot of points. The way I was the rest of the run. Okay, it's a lot easier to wall jump. Holding on to a drone. I get plenty of food in this next area. It's just a few centipedes right at the entrance. Very interesting music in this area. But I should make plenty of points back in Subterranean. This area is great. Oh, Scavenger. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Oh, I don't throw very well at all. How to fight Scavengers 101 right here. Or I might just eat this popcorn plant. Make this a lot easier. Because I don't see any centipedes. Well, never mind. I might actually not eat the popcorn plant, even though I opened it up. So I can keep making progress towards Hunter. Yeah, gimme. I like how it also shocks the centipede in return. Usually you don't ever see centipedes doing that. They're immune to jellyfish. There we go. Now the drones can go ham. Yeah, I mean, you see right there. They do in fact recharge you. No, I want this spear. How much time is left in the cycle? Decent amount. I'd say enough time to make it to another shelter. I am going through filtration, so I should grab this lantern. Great slides right there. Actually, 2 lanterns. Yeah, go get them. We do a little bit of parrying. I didn't expect there to be so many scavengers in this area. I mean, this might be a kill squad. I like a grenade. Thank you. I don't know if there's any... Actually, no, I know where there's a shelter. I would like the developer of this mod to know that it'd be cool if you could control the drones on its own. Maybe in safari mode. Just kind of fly around. Blowing stuff up. That'd be cool. Oh! It's not a great idea to hold onto a grenade. In areas like this where there's drop words. Oh. Hold up. Scavenger takes priority. Ooh, do you see that? I ducked right under that spear. I've been pretty good with the dodges recently. That's a red centipede. And I'm not actually immune to it right now. Oh yeah, I would like him to take the other spear too. Oh, that was close. That was very close. Drones, please. I would like more spears. Where are all my spears? And I see a scavenger right here. Probably he had a grenade. That's not a spear. Spears aren't grenades. Get up, please. Every single scavenger here had a grenade. Okay, well, that just goes a bunch of progress, because I starved. Back at Shoreline. That sucks. I probably should have been a lot more careful. I mean, I didn't expect a red centipede. And also, I would have fought the centipede better I didn't have a... If I didn't throw both of my spears away to the, into that kelp, I would have had 3 spears there instead of just that one. You guys gonna attack this other kelp? There we go. But I didn't expect every single scavenger there to hold a grenade. Because my strategy was to pick up the spear that they were holding and throw it at them. But instead it just picked up a grenade. I threw that instead. But I do want to get a red centipede kill. That would be pretty good. And also, big improvement is to just not starve. I get food before shelter. That would actually help out quite a bit. So I no longer need this lantern. Because like starving in is annoying. I would like to keep the explosive spear. There we go. Grab a jetfish. Get out of here. There's a Leviathan over here. Not really a problem. That only really gives 1. I think the Dronemaster has 1/3 food efficiency. Because Jetfish usually gives 3, right? And that was only 1 pip, so 1/3 of the food that you normally get from every creature, every food source. It also seems to be rounded down. So stuff that normally gives 1 pip gives 1/4 instead of 1/3, because that's not a thing. Even make that jump. More scavengers, my favorite. I mean more food actually. Let's see the problem here. That one scavenger just took away 2 lives. This is risking it. Oh, grenade. Oh, look, explosives. I think if these guys came down here. Oh, thank you, jellyfish. Other scavengers might also show up. Great at pole hopping. You know, if you're playing Gourmand and you want to get the food quest on, there's some neurons over here. Just saying. I'm not like suggesting any ideas of what you should do, but you know, I like to put the information out there. That is something that you can do. No, eating the neurons, Moon's neurons. Why would you ever do that? I don't want to. You know, that's kind of like, that's not a nice thing to do. That's not what I was recommending at all. I don't know where you got that from. Yeah, honestly, the actual best option is just to craft a neuron. It's pretty easy. You know the recipe. You know what? Yeah, maybe I should have kept that jetfish alive. Should make this easier. There are two types of people in the chat right now. Hello, I like this jetfish. Are the drones gonna attack the Leviathan? I guess. Yeah, go get him. So with like this jet, actually, you know, I only need a screen to swim like one screen over. A few screens over. And if I got a Leviathan kill, that'd kind of make up for the lack of points I get this cycle. What's the cycle looking like? Not enough time to make it to... Enough time to make it somewhere, actually. There's not really anything dangerous in this area other than leeches, I guess. It's gonna be a lot easier to swim without starving, but there's another shelter that I can make it to if I'm quick. Hopefully I'm right about this. That's a lizard. That's two lizards. Drones. Hello. There we go. And food. I think I have enough time. Just for that last half pip. I have to be moving pretty quickly here. Actually, this might be a problem if jetfish don't show up. I didn't think about that. But I can't do the funny thing here. Too slow. Nice wall pounce. If jetfish show up, I'm good. Oh, lag spike. Jetfish. That snap could have ended it. Actually, well, that one's heading to its den. Be funny if the jetfish just abandoned me and went to its den, as it probably should right now. I mean, it's safe underwater, obviously. It doesn't care if it rains, actually. So now we have more food, and we are actually closer to subterranean now in this shelter. Kind of convenient that there were those two white lizards there for extra food. Hello. Drones. I don't need the drones. I can make it. Still have to swim through this area again, but I'm not starving, so it'll be a lot easier. I'd like to point out that swim boosting is never really worth it unless you're trying to escape something or... Okay, never mind. That's what happens when you drown. Okay. I couldn't move at all. So let's just restart here. So I was just constantly in a state of, I don't know why I did just like lose all the lives immediately. But I wasn't dying. Like I wasn't on drowning either. I was able to make that swim. I think I had a little better start. I kind of fell into the water with more speed. Of course, it's easier with a jetfish there. It's also probably intended for you to use the jetfish, but that depends if one just shows up or not. So you can see how much further you can get if you fall into the water with a lot of speed. Which is not what happened last time, so... That was not good. That was a little bit better. I think I should be able to make it now. Oh yeah, that was way better. Unfortunately, there's not any bubbleweed until later. So this is easier when you're coming from subterranean, but not when you're going to subterranean. Unfortunately. Just drink some water. Honestly, how can you ever drown if you just can drink all the water instead? Okay, I don't know why I tried to do that. Just do this instead. This area always looks like it's about to rain. That's how dark it is compared to the rest of the shoreline. You know, it's pretty close to the start of the cycle. Okay, classic jetfish activity. We're back here now. How am I overpowered? I have a lot of things. This character specifically has a lot of things that make them very powerful. You see these like fins, these pink things on my head. Each of those is an extra life. Yes, I'm playing the Dronemaster. Unless you already know what the Dronemaster is. So I can take damage 2 or 3 times. I don't really know what it is. Without dying. And these drones that basically kill everything for me. And we're just doing a score run. To make up for my lack of skill as the hunter. Because then I would just do a regular score run. It's also just a little bit faster in most ways. They can jump higher, and I think they might have a slightly higher move speed than Hunter. Okay, I suck. I see you. I don't know why they dropped so late. Slow drop wig. Might be a few more drop bugs in this area. Oh, there's one. And you can see when I miss all my spear throws, the drones can just take care of it for me. I probably should have eaten those drop bugs over there. There they are. Make sure that I actually get the spears back. Wasn't even looking at the ceiling there. Centipede, hello? Where'd they go? Did that centipede just clip into the wall? It looks like they're on the map still. There they are. It's hiding a little bit. How to win hide and seek. I would have liked to get food from the centipede in the other way though. So here's a very interesting room. There's mirror spirits in here. If I go too low, the mirror spirits are probably just going to... Yeah, get me. Let's see if I can just camp up here and wait for mirror spirits to come by. Although, this might not be a good idea. Because the mirror spirits could just run past and not have enough time to get hit by the drones. So I'd like these guys to attack. Why does Spear come back? Like that spear, thanks. Well, I think the mirror spirits are definitely gone. They just run by so fast the drones don't have time to attack them. But maybe if I'm a little bit more active, I can help out. Oh, hello drones, or scavengers. Hello mirror spirits. Ow. The drones don't know what to do. They're dead? And I guess so. Maybe it's hit with an explosive spear, because I don't think the drones did that much. Does the scavenger want to come up here? I don't have time. Wait for it. If you get up here, I'd like that. I know how I didn't die. I think I'm missing some drones. Maybe, the scavengers probably hit them with spears. Because after a few spear hits, they do blow up. I think the mirror spirits are just getting distracted by all the scavengers. I hit that one right in its head. You guys want to attack that too? Is this the only drone I have left? That was pretty good, I'd say. Got plenty of food. For some reason, this room feels really dark. Oh. I like the drones to be in here. See, another one of my drones blew up. Actually, both of them did. What is that guy doing? I think I should just get to a shelter because I no longer have all these drones to protect me. Although, now I have an explosive spear. You're still alive? Not dead yet. A grenade. I'm not gonna pick up a grenade. Too risky. Yeah, if you go to Pebbles, there's actually unique dialogue. This was a slug I created for gathering some sort of information. Yeah, that's pretty much all the information we get. Just to be expanded upon in the future, maybe. I don't know if the spitter spider caught it or the mole lizard caught it. The spitter spider. Triple affirmative. A bunch of laser drones. Yeah, let's just get, uh-oh. Please don't find me, spider. It's a little bit hard to see, sorry about that. Okay, that was a little too close. We made it to a shelter. See, that's why I was talking about Miro Spirits. I should have plenty of kills though this cycle. This is really good. Unless the game decides to crash. I can't even pause the game. Any mod that actually makes the character difficult, or are they just all OP? Well, okay, so they're OP for the most part. That's what mod developers really like to do. That's unfortunate. That was a really good cycle. Take just a moment to open the game back up. I'd say the friend mod is fairly balanced. They take place in the, well, actually not really. Not really. Because they have good reputation with lizards, so you pretty much don't have to deal with like the most common creature in the game. But the friend has different movement, so compared to the saint, because they take place in the same campaign, the saint has much better movement than the friend, so you actually do have a bit of a disadvantage compared to the default character. I'd say B Cat is pretty balanced. They can fly around and That's it. They have wings and they can hover for a bit. It's not really flight. It lets you fall slowly, and like jump across large gaps. Other than that, they don't really have any abilities that are too unique. But I imagine that most modded characters are going to balance themselves around the downpour slug cats instead of the base game slug cats. It's just more fun to have an overpowered characters because you can fit in more abilities. See, what if we had a character that could do this and this and that? And this? You know, Dronemaster is like, what if we had a character that had extra lives and had a bunch of drones that follow you around and shoot stuff, and you could heal or get food from centipedes? That was pretty good. Although the rest of this swim isn't great. Can I even make it? I think I'm good. Yeah. What other mods have I played? Spore Cat was interesting. Spore Cat was actually probably more challenging, but I think that's just some kind of bug, or maybe the mod wasn't incomplete, because Spore Cat can only eat insects, right? And you have a bunch of spore puffs all the time, so you can use those to kill insects and eat them. But the problem is that I couldn't find many insects. They just weren't that common. So it was actually more challenging because I pretty much had to rely on popcorn plants for food. But I imagine that mod is eventually going to change creature spawns so there's more insects, enough of them to survive off of at least. At which point they would probably be powerful, because you have spore buffs to deal with these insects a lot easier. Although in the state that I played in, Spore Cat in, it was actually harder. Mostly just because I couldn't get food from anything. Oh, so not just a character that isn't as strong, but a character that's strong but also has like a challenging enemy spawns. Well, that's kind of what a lot like Artificer, right? A character with good movement and good combat abilities, but there's like awful creature spawns and scavengers everywhere. Something along those lines, I imagine. I mean, that's usually the kind of bouncing I don't really like as much. It's a lot more volatile. Yeah, let me just immediately jump at the scavenger. That'll work. Like Artificers, like you can instantly kill anything if you want, but anything can instantly kill you just as easily. And I think I prefer when it's more toned down on average. And if someone can make a mod that works well with like monk spawns, monk generally has a lot easier creature spawns, as well as creatures being less aggressive overall. If someone could make a mod that makes that kind of challenging with like an interesting character, that'd be cool. I don't know how you'd really make that work. Uh-oh, this actually is suddenly dangerous. Not yet though. I don't know where that other spear went. Thought I had two of them. There we go. That's how you make that jump. Oh, that was a scavenger. But did they go back into the pipe? Yes, they did. Just keep going back and forth. Sorry, dude. It has to be done. This centipede. What is he on? I think a dropwig has that centipede. That's why it's moving around so weirdly. I could use that extra high jump to get that dropwig. I don't know why there's just chaos happening right now. I mean, it's like slow chaos. A lot of stuff could happen, but it hasn't happened yet. I didn't know that there were so many large centipedes in this area. I mean, it's subterranean, that's kind of expected. There's also the red centipede that everyone knows about. Yeah, oh wow, I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that. That's not how you fight scavengers, by the way. I made a lot of mistakes there. I don't know if I should go down there. Hey, dude. Am I going to see another red centipede over here? Hold up, I would like that lizard. It looks like a lot of my drones are already injured. Probably hit by spears. Yeah, come up here. It's totally safe. I don't know if that was a downed spear or not. Or like a... You know what I mean. Just have a look at what's going on down here. Oh, I didn't mean to fall down. That scavenger just disappeared. He actually just vanished. They fell through the floor or something. Hey guys, how's it going? Should I picked up that? Oh, I did pick up the other spear. Hey. I really hit that little fruit and it blocked that spear. It's always fun when the lizard takes your... I really missed that explosive spear. That's unfortunate. Throw and hope that some of them hit. They're a little distracted by all the... Oh, that was a spear right there I could have thrown. Oh, hello. This whole thing is so risky. Just playing with fire right now. I don't think I'm gonna get any kills because it takes a lot of hits for a mirror bird. And I'm only hitting like each one a few times. But they're all holding something, so like don't threaten me at all. I don't know if the drones are really doing much. And I think this might be the only one left. Don't go that low, dude. Oh, that was close. Yeah. Oh, it just shot in a completely different direction and still hit. Okay, that actually worked out. You could attack this one now. Oh, is there a drone over? Just clicked out of the game. Attack that dude. I can just climb out of the way. I should get out of here. I don't know why I'm still in this area. I think I just got one mirror bird kill. That whole room. I'll wait for this guy to pass actually. That guy's taken care of too. It's actually easier to hit them if you get grabbed first. Should be dead now. Is it almost rain? Almost rain, yeah. Shelter's a little bit far away though, actually. This might be close. Had a bit too much time partying with the Miros birds. Why is there a noodle flying here? Why'd I hit the drone? I need to get past this guy. As long as I can get through this room, the range shouldn't be a problem. Sorry, drone. I had to do an extended slide there. I'm not liking the sound of that. Okay, now the question is, will the game crash again? We're good. Okay, that was still good. That was still decent. A lot of these creatures don't give that many points though. You know, some small centipedes, dropwig scavengers, they don't give the most points. But those mirror spirits are good too. I could have gotten a lot more if maybe if my drones actually survived for longer than a few seconds each. So when they start actually getting close to the mirror spirits, it's a lot harder for them to survive. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. It's kind of hard to, kind of strange how Artifice's story is just kind of completely isolated. Doesn't really have anything to do with the iterators or like the overarching story. Because that's what like Spearmaster, Hunter, Revealer, and Saint do. Artifice is just kind of doing its own thing. Technically, I guess it does kind of explain why there's not scavengers at the top of the wall and in some areas, as well as there being less elite scavengers. But yeah, it's gonna be the end of the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. I will continue this. I will continue this score run. It's a lot of fun. It's just to kind of take advantage of an overpowered character. We'll see if eventually mods will like try to be more balanced, or if they'll just stay on the overpowered side. So I think I would rather play a more balanced character with more balanced creature spawns. And honestly, the most interesting thing a mod can do is just add more variety to the game, like new regions or new creatures, nor new stories, stuff like that. Like we've already seen what overpowered characters are like with Artificer and Dronemaster, right? And the only way to balance it technically is just to spam tough creatures like red lizards, red centipedes, scavengers. So if you can make a character that's interesting with just like base game spawns, that's if it was Survivor, that would be cool to try out too. Anyway, I don't think I will stream Rainworld next. I might try out a different game. We'll see. But yeah. Thanks for watching. See ya.